Hello again. So this is gonna be part two of the video I just posted earlier. Uh, Basically talking about lack of communication. Mhm. Now, when I speak on lack of communication, of course I'm speaking on not just like the woman, of course, not necessarily being consistent with her shit, even though there's a lot of other factors that can actually play into why she's not necessarily hitting you up constantly, or at least not on a consistent basis or a day-to-day basis, or necessarily like calling you or even like calling to see how you doing, whatever the frig it is. I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, if we really want to speak on the dating scene as of today, it's more seen from a selfish point of view because of, I mean, all dealing with certain life situations. I mean, everyone has different shit going on. I mean, depending on what job they're in, what kind of living situation they're in, family situation. I mean, a whole multitude of aspects fall into play with that. Yeah, I mean, typically, in like as far as like a woman is concerned, or females in general, they usually put a lot of shit like way ahead of certain things. I mean, it's priority wise before they even look towards a dude. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's like their certain way of necessarily being mature. I mean, of course, some of us are a lot more mature than others. I mean, I don't necessarily try to distinguish or necessarily, how can I say, what's the word? I guess necessarily just pinpoint maturity on the female side. I mean, certain guys are more mature than women. Certain women are more mature than guys. I mean, hell, it's different for everyone. I mean, it's a balance for everything. But I don't know. I think it kind of took me a while to figure out that, as far as dating women, because I mean that's what I'm attracted to, and that's what I've always been attracted to, and what I'm going on stage attracted to, because I don't swing that way. But I think what I've learned mostly is you are not the only person that is always in a person's contact list, especially a female's contact list, because a contact list probably in a female's phone is probably a lot longer than a guy's would be. I mean, I know for me, for certain, I probably got like maybe 900 or maybe close to about 1,000 people I know in my phone, but I don't even hit like maybe half of the people up in that phone. I mean, I just got numbers in there for no reason, basically. But you can imagine what a female's phone looks like, because I mean, to be honest, like most women are usually a lot more social than a dude would be, because I mean, in some form of fashion, the female's always gonna. Well, let me not say female. Let me say a woman's always gonna need some sort of validation, whether it be from her friends or guys or family. That's just how they built and how they're wired. Whereas us, as far as men are concerned, we're not really worried about being validated by anyone. At least no real man is. I mean, at least not any dudes I know. If they are, they're pretty much trying to seek attention, yeah, or trying to necessarily see themselves in the limelight, or I don't know, have some kind of insecure deal going on with them. Because I mean, we're worried about a bunch of people who don't even know who the fuck you are, from number one, and you trying to be seen. Like, yeah, homie, you got a lot of mental issues going on up here. I mean, that's just my personal opinion on that. I can't speak for every other guy. I can only speak on what I believe. But yeah, I know, like, as far as like communication is concerned with me, like, if you can't communicate with me, I mean, you're pretty much a non-factor in my life, and that's pretty much a non-negotiable. And I feel like a lot of relationships and a lot of people who I guess are in the so-called talking stage that we are now in, or I guess honeymoon phase, if that's what you want to call it, whatever you want to classify that is. I think most people are losing that art of actually, I guess, connecting with a person or communicating. Because, I mean, I think a lot of people's dating history has been, I want to say, for the lack of a better word, morbid to a certain degree, because maybe they've encountered people who were dishonest, maybe unappreciative of the fact of the person that they were with. I don't know, they played a lot of manipulation games, or they just flat out pretty much abused a person's kindness for weakness. And I feel like because of the fact of certain people doing that, that kind of puts a lot of people on guard a lot more than they should be. And I feel like that will block them from necessarily finding a certain individual that might actually be for them and actually be about them. But I mean, since we're in the dating age of pretty much, there being like a huge like single life, pretty much, I guess, promoted or professed, especially a lot on social media and even through like certain TV shows that don't need to be named. I guess it makes sense for a lot of people to necessarily keep playing the game instead of actually necessarily trying to find a solid foundation for something better. But I mean, or at least of course it's not the end all to be all. I mean, everyone has their own idea of what makes them happy. I mean, in my personal opinion, you should be happy with yourself before you even really trying to figure out what you want to in a partner, or trying to have trying to have a certain individual necessarily fill that void that you necessarily have the responsibility and obligation to fill yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only person that is responsible and held accountable on making you happy and make you fulfilled with every joy that there is in the world. Because if we were all more cognizant of the world we live in, we wouldn't necessarily be trying to live in a world that's just only about 6 inches tall. But it's like that old Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror. The person you see every day is the person that's going to make you overly happy, or as happy as you can make yourself, or at least make yourself, or make your life abundant as possible, because of the fact of you know what you want, you know what you need, you know what you require of yourself, and you know that no one else is going to treat you better than you. Yeah, but I forgot that I was supposed to be talking about dating. But I think I'm more really just talking about issues of dating, or really just talking about a mix of subjects right now, because like I said, it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm kind of out of practice. But hopefully somebody got some sort of message out of this video and the other one I did before. But until next time, peace.